I want you to know. Here's what I want you to know. Here's what I want you to know. The most powerful words in the English language is I am. It's the most powerful words in the English language, because anything that you put after I am, you identify with. I just gave y'all the trick. I just gave y'all the secret. I just gave you the secret. I just gave you the biggest life hack in the world, and you made them. Like, here's the thing, right? Like, people be like, yo, what's the secret? I be like, shit, I just pray to God and I believe everything I tell myself. Right? So the biggest hack to life is putting I am before everything you want to become. It's the biggest hack. It's the biggest hack. It's the biggest life hack ever. Putting the words I am before anything, because anything you put after I am, you anchor to it. Anything you put before the word I am, you anchor to it. Come on, Bree, you already know. Yo, I just gave you the hack. Now, here's why the hack, it hurts some people. Here's why it hurts some people. Because they instantly think it's going to happen tomorrow. The reason why the I am is not going to happen tomorrow, because you haven't caused or created the momentum or the currency in your life to let it flow. I'm going to tell y'all how dope this is, how much this worked for me. I'm going to tell y'all how much this worked for me. Like, I'm about to take y'all to another level, right? I'm going to take y'all to another level right here, right? Check this out. I'm going to take y'all to another level right here. So, I always tell myself when I'm saying my prayers, I always say, look, I always tell myself that I say, God, like, whatever happens in my life is not meant to break me or discourage me. Everything that happens in my life is to build me and to help me to become the person that you have me designed me to be, right? I say that all the time. So now when stuff bad happens to me, I be like, all right, like, dang, but here's how I know that nothing in my life is meant to break me or destroy me or discourage me. Because if I look at my track record, my track record says that everything I've been through, I've overcame. Like, I'm going to say that again. I'm going to show y'all how powerful the I am is, right? I'm going to show you how powerful that is. Like, once you start creating the currency, it flows to you. And I never distract it. I never interrupt the currency. I never interrupt that flow, right? So I always say, God, like, every time I say my prayers at night and I say them in the morning, I say it throughout the day, right? So I built up this consistency in my life, right? This consistent current, this consistent flow that flows through my life. Every time I take it, I would say, God, look, whatever happens to me in my life is never meant to break me or discourage me. It's only meant to build me, empower me, and make me the best version of who I am so I can walk into the purpose you have me into, right? I say this all the time. I don't stop. I say this multiple times during the day, because what I'm doing is I'm implementing that in my subconscious mind. I'm implementing that in my subconscious mind. So once my subconscious mind started, now what I've done is I've now, check this out. I've now downloaded that into my programming. I've now downloaded it into my programming. So now when I go through something, I feel amazing. So when I go through something that's now, that's going to work out in my favor. I ain't even tripping. That's going to show me something I bet. That's going to show me something I ain't tripping. Oh, man, they got a message up in that. I know I'm going to learn something from that. Oh, man, this make me feel good, right? So that's what I go through, right? So let me tell y'all something that happened to me, right? I had something in my business go all the way wrong over the last weekend. My bank card, my both of my credit cards got hit. One of them got hit for $180,000, and one of them got hit for, when I looked at it yesterday, it was $25,000, right? And so I didn't discourage about it. I'm like, all right, let me hit Amex up, let me hit Chase up, we'll get that situation taken care of, right? So we get that taken care of. And then we had some other stuff that happened that had kind of had business shut down for a minute or something. And so I said, God, you trying to show me something. I said, you trying to show me something. Because I know that you ain't gonna never harm me. I said, so I know that everything. I said, I know that everything that happens to me is not meant to break me or discourage me, but it's meant to build me. It's meant to empower me. And it's meant for me to walk in a purpose that you got me designing. So just let me know like what you're trying to tell me, right? So I said that, right? And so I went to sleep yesterday night. It's crazy. I went to sleep yesterday night and I said, God, I said, what you showing me right now, I know that this is going to work out in my favor. Because I'm wealthy, I am your child, I am made in your image and likeness. So that means great things happen to me. And I can create great things. And when I got up in the morning, I said it again. My team called me and said, yo, everything back good. I said, I can show you the text. I said, man, I'm about to cry. And I was in the workshop yesterday. I said, man, I'm about to cry. They said, why? I said, because I just told God last night and this morning that he made this in my field. I know what he's trying to show me, and I see it. I identify it. I know what the weaknesses was at. I know what I needed to fix right. And I know he's going to restore all that for me in the way it's supposed to be. When we woke up that morning, it was done. The stuff had been down for 5 days. It had been down for 5 days. And my team was like, yo, you different. I was like, man, I just know it. I'm like, I just know it. Like, I know when he shut something down, he want me to pay attention. When he shuts something down, I want you to pay attention. I want you to pay attention. I need your attention. And sometimes, Trap, you be moving so fast, I got to just shut something down so to stop you so you can pay attention to what I got going through. I was like, bet. And I said, God, I know that ain't meant to hurt me. That ain't meant to harm me. That ain't meant to discourage me. That ain't meant to break me. Why? Because I'm yours. You might chastise me, but you ain't going to never break me or discourage me because I am yours. I am infinite being. And if I am an infinite being, that means I attract infinite possibilities. I don't have limitations. I got infinite possibilities. So what I'm telling y'all, I want you to understand is like, when you create the consistency, in your life to consistently downplay things in your subconscious mind, right? When you create that, then you know, oh, I see that. Bet I'm gonna keep going because here's what happens. I want you to know something. I want you to paint this picture to yourself. If you ever climbed up a mountain, if you ever going up, you know that going up the thing is so tough. It takes everything in you to go up. It takes everything in you to accelerate. It takes everything in you to build a house or whatever you build in a relationship, right? If you building a relationship, let's even use that, right? You building a relationship, you building a business, you building your savings account, you building your bank account, you building your investment account. You know that it takes time to build that, right? Watch where I go with this. You know it takes time to build that. But check this out. How easy for it is to come down. How easy for it is to come down. How easy for it is to come down. You can be building a solid relationship with your girl and you cheat one time, you destroy the whole relationship. You can be building your bank account all at one time and then one thing happens, destroys the whole bank account. You can be building your investment account up and up and up and up and up and up and up. But one thing happened in the market and you panic and destroy the whole account. You can be building a house up and up and up and up and up. You can put all the work in it, and one thing happened, destroy the whole house. Right? I was in New Orleans. Look, they was building the Hard Rock Casino in New Orleans, the Hard Rock Hotel. One thing happened, destroyed the whole building. Right? So here's what I want you to understand. The ascending part of your life takes time. The ascending part. The ascending part. That's right. You building your credit up. One late payment destroys the whole credit thing. Right? Check this out. The ascending part of your life takes time. We ascending, we ascending, we ascending, we ascending, we ascending, we ascending. That takes time, right? You look back, you're like, damn, all right, it's progress. So progress lets off what's called dopamine, right? So the human body loves dopamine, right? So when the body letting off dopamine, one of the greatest ways to produce dopamine is progress, right? One of the greatest ways to produce dopamine in the body is progress, right? So we ascending, we ascending, we ascending. So we implementing great words in our subconscious mind. We implementing what I just told y'all, right? We implementing that, right? We implementing what I told y'all, right? We implementing the words, the I am, right? We implementing the new normals, right? We implementing the I am a millionaire. I am, I can, right? The I am and the I can. We implementing that. So as we doing that, what we doing is we ascending. But ascension doesn't happen all at once. Ascending happens, look, boom, boom, boom. But here's what happens. Soon as something bad happens and you feed into that bad, you descend at a rapid pace. Because going downhill is going against gravity. When you go downhill, gravity pushes you. When you go uphill, gravity fights you, which is why it's harder to become a success than it is to be a failure. Which is why it's harder to be successful than it is to failure. It's harder to be successful than it is to live an average life. It's harder to be successful. It's harder to be wealthy than it is to be poor. It's harder to take yourself to the next level. It's harder to be great than it is to be average. Because as you ascending, you gotta fight for that. You gotta fight to ascend. You gotta fight to go to the next level. You gotta fight that. You gotta take everything in. You gotta dig deep. You gotta unanchor yourself to go to the next level. There go the word anchor again. You gotta unanchor. You gotta pull the anchor up. Think about this. If a ship is in a storm and is anchored, the storm gonna whoop the ship ass. If a ship is in a storm and it's anchored, the storm gonna whip that ship ass. You don't know how long the storm gonna last. But if he pulls the anchor up, changes direction, he can now ascend to another part of the journey. He can go forward. You can't go forward because you anchored. But check it out. As you ascending, you got to fight gravity. You got to fight gravity. Gravity pushes down. So as you ascend, you got to fight that. You got to fight that. You got to fight that. Some people don't have to fight. Some people ain't fit for the fight. Golly, man. Some people ain't fit for the fight. Trap, you was 15, you was homeless. You was 14, you was hustling. You was 16, you was in prison doing 10-year bid. Right? What happened? I was fit for the fight. I was fit for the fight. I was like, nah, yo, this ain't nah, this ain't it. I'm gonna get through this. Hustling for 2 years in the streets, stacked up like maybe about $70,000, right? One charge, took all that away. My lawyer cost me $20,000 for fighting my charge. Took that away, bond out of jail 3 times. Boom, 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 money gone. Everything gone, man. I'm fit for the fight, man. Look, check it out. Look, Mr. Howard, you can cop out to these 25. Cop out, man. I cop out to 10 years when I was 16. Man, let's go to trial, man. I'm fit for the fight. I'm fit for the fight. I'm fit for the fight. And then I started realizing, like, yo, God, like, when it's all up to me, I'm going to mess something up. But when I know, every time I know that you're with me, bet, I'm fit for the fight. I need you to say, I'm fit for the fight. I need you to say, I'm fit for the fight. Right? I need you to say, I'm fit for the fight. First, we talked about anchor. We started off with gravitate. Then we talked about anchor. Now I need you to say, I am fit for the fight. I need you to say that. I am fit for the fight. Come on, man. Come on, man. Listen. As we're trying to ascend, as we are ascending to the next level, we done pulled the anchor up. We going to the next level. We breaking generational curses. We breaking through poverty. We creating success. We creating wealth. We creating 6 figures in our investment account. We are creating 7 figures in our investment account. We learn the strategies to learn how to trade. We learn the strategies to learn how to invest. We learn the strategies how to build wealth. We learn the strategies how to like beat taxes or get around taxes. We learning how to tax shelter. We learning these things, right? We coming through. We create the generational wealth. We making sure the wealth is recreated. We creating the money babies. Y'all know I like to say that, right? We creating the money babies, right? We becoming fit for the fight. And then we see the stock market collapse. And then we no longer think we fit for the fight. We see the stock market going down. We no longer think we fit for the fight because all we see is the ascending part. When we be met with adversity, we doubt. And the moment that you doubt, you go in descending mode. And you descend way faster than you ascend. You descend way faster than you ascend. You fighting to go up the hill, it takes fast. Going down, you down there gotta stop because the gravity is pushing you down. It's pushing you down. I need you to say fit for the fight. I am fit for the fight. I need you to say I am fit for the fight. Because anything that you put after the word I am, you stake and claim to. Anything that you put after the word I am, you stake claim to. You grab hold to. You add it to your armor. Anything that you put the word I am to, you stake claim to it. So I want to ask you this question. I want you to ask this question. What am I anchored to?